Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize you were there. I didn't mean to be so impolite as to be playing my whistle when you came into my house. It's time for a story about the Magic Mouse. As you recall, Magic Mouse moved into the treehouse in Mother Amal's garden, where the children had graciously invited it to live. Mouse being so small, so as never to be seen, and no one could tell if Mouse were a boy or a girl. And Mouse said it made no difference. And on this day, the children wanted to have a party, a special party, to celebrate the arrival of Magic Mouse. But Mother Amal said no. Mother Amal said, it's too late, have your party tomorrow. But it's not every day a Magic Mouse comes to live in our house. Can we have our party now, this very instant? But Mother Amal was adamant. She was firm. She would not give in. She said no, until Magic Mouse said, what if I, Magic Mouse, could get time to stop? And if I were to get time to stop, then all of the clocks in Angelville would stop, and no one would have to go to bed until they were tired, rather than because the clock said they must. Don't be silly, said Mother Amal. You cannot stop time. No one has ever stopped time. We've kept time by the quarters of the moon, the blooming of the flowers, the coming of the birds. But you cannot stop time. I believe I can, said Magic Mouse. And at that very second, that very instant, Father Time came, chugging up to the garden gate. Excuse me, Mouse, open the gate. I'm in a hurry. I must be on my way. I'm sorry, said Magic Mouse, but we cannot give you passage nor right of way this day, unless you, dear Father Time, agree to stop and rest and stay. Don't be silly. Time cannot stop. Time must move on and on and on and on and on. Time cannot stop. It must move on. It must move on. It must move on and on and on and on. There's a wake-up time and breakfast time and school time and work time and come over from school and come over from work and dinner time and bath time. Time for this and time for that and time for this and time for that. Cannot stop. I must move on. I must move on. I can teach you. You can teach me? Will it take much time? I don't have much time. And the children all giggled. Time doesn't have much time. Time doesn't have much time. How silly can time be? How do I stop, Mouse? How do I stop? Simply stop. And Father Time stopped. And immediately he touched the chair. He closed his eyes and fell asleep. And the time-stop party began. And the Fuzzy Strokers marching make-believe band came in, playing the most beautiful music. And then suddenly, there was, the children rushed over to Mouse and said, Mouse, would you teach us a game? And Mouse said, when you rushed about before to tell the world I was here, what did you do? Well, we shouted and we said Magic Mouse is here. No need to shout, said Mouse, for a truth whispered will carry on the wind until the whole world hears it. And besides, did you know that when you whispered, you had to smile? Yeah, I defy you. Go on, try to whisper without a smile. You cannot do it. So if you have a smile and a whisper, people will say, come closer, what did you say? But when you shout, they say, go away, go away. Well, the children love that game. And they said, Mouse, have you another game to teach us? And Mouse said, of course. Have any of you ever been angry? Have you been angry? Have you been angry? Any of you? Well, they all raised their hand, and Mouse said, well, the next time you're angry, simply go into the garden and sit in silence for 1 hour with one flower, and all your anger will lose its power. Well, the flowers didn't want all the anger. They said, sit in silence for an hour with a tree, and your anger will be free. And the tree said, sit in silence for an hour with a grape, and your anger will lose its shape. And the grape said, sit in silence for an hour with a friend, and your anger will surely end. When young Albertina Cuddlewick, the youngest of Mother Amal's children, came in and said, sit in silence for an hour with an ant. I'll bet you can't. And they all giggled. And the children started to go to sleep because they were tired, not because the clock said they must. And when the last of the children were tucked in their bed, Magic Mouse went over to Father Time and said, Time, it's time to get up. And Father Time opened his eyes and felt rested for the first time ever. And he looked at Magic Mouse and said, thank you, dear Mouse, for teaching me that time is only the product of my anxious mind. And that's our story for today.
You're heading outside with your friends to play when your mama says, take your little brother today. But the big kids are fast and the little kids are slow. What game can we play together? I don't know. You gotta shake your brains, figure it out. There's no need to scream or shout. You gotta work that thing you've got upstairs. You gotta
activate what's under your head.
You gotta shake your brains. You gotta shake your brains. You gotta shake your brains all day long. You wanna pretend that you're a star, singing on a stage and playing guitar. So you don't have an instrument, it's all in your head, but there's wood and there's glue and there's string in the shed. So shake your brains, figure it out. There's no need to scream or shout. You gotta work that thing you've got upstairs. You gotta
activate what's under your head.
You gotta shake your brains. You gotta shake your brains. You gotta shake your brains all day long. Shake it. $1 to go to the zoo, and you got $6, but there's 7 of you. There's gotta be a way to earn the rest of the dough. Better think fast if you're all gonna go. You gotta shake your brain, figure it out. There's no need to scream or shout. You gotta work that thing you've got upstairs. You gotta
activate what's under your head.
You gotta shake your brains. You gotta shake your brains.
Hi, kids, it's Cockyboo, and I got my buddy here. Hi, Elwood.
Hi, Cockyboo. How you doing today?
Well, I'm doing pretty good, and I remember the other day we talked about parents getting divorced, and it's not the kid's fault.
Yeah,
Well,
I remember that, too.
But I had a little girl who came over to me today, and her name was Clarissa.
Clarissa, that's a pretty name.
Not Clarissa, but she was like upset
What was she upset about, Cockyboo?
because her mom and dad are putting her right in the middle of their divorce.
How are they doing that?
Well, like, mom will say to her something to make her feel bad about dad, and dad will say something to make her feel bad about mom, and making them make up sides. Like mom said, if you love me, you won't love your dad, and dad will say, if you love me, you won't love your mom. And that's not right.
That's not right. I've heard Dr. C say, don't get caught in the middle.
Don't get caught in the middle. Well, what did Dr. C say to do?
He says, tell your parents, if dad tells you bad things about mom, you tell him, you talk to mom, don't talk to me. I don't want to get caught in the middle.
And if mom says bad things about dad, you say to mom, don't tell me, tell dad, because I don't want to get caught in the middle. I love you both.
That's right. You guys didn't divorce me. You divorced each other.
That's
and I
right.
still love you.
They didn't divorce Clarissa.
That's right.
She's both there. I mean, they're still mom and dad.
That's right. And it's not fair to the children to put them in the middle because the children get confused and hurt and sad.
So hi diddle diddle, the cat and the fiddle, don't let the kids get caught in the middle.
Hi diddle diddle, the cat and the fiddle. Don't let the kids get caught in the middle.
Okay, let's go to the black hole and we'll see you tomorrow. Now, you all know about Sears, the great store. Sears and Roebuck is what the company was called. But somebody just told me something I never knew before, that Sears was a white man and Roebuck was a black man. And the reason they started the catalog so people could buy from the book was because in those days, if you were black, you couldn't go to the store and shop. And the only way you could shop was to get a catalog and find the things you wanted, send in your money, and it would be sent back to you. So how about that? You didn't know that. The whole mail order business started because black people couldn't go to stores because white people were stupid and mean and wouldn't let them in. Wow, we got a crazy country. Come back tomorrow and learn more about our history. But it's fun when you learn the real truth.
They could eat here and swim there, enjoy an easy lunch. They roamed the land and they were free, free to always be. Dinosaurs, that's what they were. Die one for me. But they're gone away, no longer to be found. I still want a dinosaur for me. Yeah, I still want a dinosaur for me.
The sky was dark. Thunder growled as the great beasts lifted their tiny heads. For a minute, they stopped chewing and sniffed the air. Then, rain poured down, washing over the sleek sides of the giants. They began to move. The whole herd walked in the same direction, the dry ground trembling beneath their feet.
While the thunderstorm lasted, they walked. When it stopped, they stopped. They gathered around a hot, salty lake and began to crop the evergreen needles and cones from the trees they found at the edges. That evening, they heard a rumbling of another kind. In the distance, a volcano tossed ribbons of lava into the air. Ash, carried by a breeze, drifted into the lake and covered the animals with fine dust.
Next day, they set off again, following the rains, walking for miles over hot, dry country with no grasses. Several adults herded a group of calves. Finally, late that day, they came to a swampy oasis where a river ambled, an oasis filled with trees. Turtles, frogs, and snakes splashed into the swamps as the dinosaurs moved toward the water.
A soft rain was falling. Soon, the oasis was filled with animals.
Medium dinosaurs.
Small dinosaurs.
Armored dinosaurs.
But mostly, the giant sauropods. Thunder lizard. Heavy lizard. Super lizard. Ultra lizard, earth shaker lizard.
The sauropods browsed late into the evening, some reaching high to the tops of trees, balancing on their back legs and tails. Some munched on underwater plants while breathing through the nostrils on top of their heads. Evening was calm and quiet. Everything smelled like fresh rain.
Suddenly, a few of the large giants lifted their heads. The sounds of the animals coming up the river were different from any in the oasis. A huge foot stamped. A signal rippled through the herd. Danger, danger. Some of the giant animals whipped their tails back and forth. Others herded the calves together and began to form a ring around them.
Torvosaurus, savage lizard, burst through the trees. 12-inch claws dangled from its short arms. Its enormous mouth was filled with teeth that could cut and tear.
But the giants were ready. With the youngest and weakest dinosaurs in the middle, they stood in a circle. Some of the largest reared on their hind legs, then crashed down. Those massive front legs could easily break a Torvosaurus bone.
After circling a few times, the Torvosaurus gave up and ran off on its hind legs.
With the threat gone, the sauropods went back to their grazing. Along the edge of the swamp, frogs began to croak a soft song. Stars came out.
But they're gone away, no longer to be found. Time did them in, I can't have one around. But I still want a dinosaur for me. Yeah, I still want a dinosaur for me.
Hi, this is Lester Quibbles with my quibble for the day. My quibble today is playgrounds. Playgrounds are some place that you can get hurt. So why go to a playground, you may ask? Because it's fun? You want to do fun just so you can get hurt? No, you have to be very careful not to get hurt. That's what they make playgrounds for. Playgrounds are for playing. And let me tell you about playing. You can play your record machine. You can play cards. But if you want to play like you play in a playground, you need to play big. And I mean big. You need to get a big ball. You need to get a big dog. You need to get a big headache if you run around the park too many times. That's what you'll get. So you have to be careful in a playground. A playground is very important, but very dangerous. So don't be afraid to go to the playground. Just be careful, and that's my quibble for the day.
Some sing out loud on the telephone wire. Some just clap their hands or paws or anything they got. Listen to the bass, it's the one on the bottom where the bullfrog croaks and the hippopotamus moans and groans with a big to-do. The old cow just goes moo. The dogs and the cats take up the middle where the honeybee hums and the cricket fiddles. The donkey prays and the pony neighs. The old coyote howls. Ow! All God's creatures got a place in the choir. Some sing low and some sing higher. Some sing out loud on a telephone wire. Some just clap their hands or paws or anything they got. Listen to the top where the little birds sing, where the melody and the high notes ring and the hoot owl hollers over everything. The jaybird disagrees. Singing in the nighttime, singing in the day. The little duck quacks and he's on his way. The possum ain't got much to say. The porcupine talks to himself again. All God's creatures got a place in the choir. Some sing low and some sing higher. Some sing out loud on a telephone wire. Some just clap their hands, paws, or anything they got. By the fox and the ox and the grizzly bear, the grumpy alligator and the hawk above, the sly raccoon and the turtle dove. All God's creatures got a place in the choir. Some sing low and some sing higher. Some sing out loud on a telephone wire. Some just clap their hands or paws or anything they got. All God's creatures got a place in the choir. Some sing low and some sing higher. Some sing out loud on a telephone wire. Some just clap their hands or paws or anything they got.
Pride-O the Doors, A Storm or Porry by Robert Paul Smith.
All of us have favorite places to be. You have a favorite place. I have a favorite place. Everybody does. Well, a boy named Joe that I happen to know, his favorite place was a great big meadow. The meadow had trees and a little brook and lots of flowers and bugs and birds, and all over the meadow tall, tall grass. And one morning when Joe was standing in the meadow, he saw a great waving in the tall grass. It rippled and it swayed, and right through the green grass there came a path flowing along, just the way milk runs in a little path from the center of your oatmeal out to the edge of your dish. Joe stood there, and he waited. He could see that the path was coming straight toward him. And as it came nearer and nearer, he could see that what was making the grass ripple and sway was an animal. It came nearer, and Joe looked just as hard as he could, and then he knew. "It's a horse," he said, and he jumped up and down. "It's a very small horse, it's a very small horse, it's..." And then he stopped jumping up and down because as it came closer, it didn't look like a very small horse. "It's a very big dog," said Joe, jumping up and down. "It's a very big dog, it's a very big, it's a..." And then he stopped jumping down, up and down again, because when he looked again, it looked like a very small horse. "It's a very small horse. No, it's a very big dog. No, it's a... And finally, he just stood there, and he couldn't change his mind just as fast as the animal kept changing his shape. Horse, dog, horse, dog, horse, dog. But he was very happy, because whatever the animal was, he was coming straight toward Joe. And if he came straight toward Joe, he must have been looking for Joe. And if he was looking for Joe, he must have been Joe's friend. It doesn't matter what kind of an animal is if the animal's your friend. And then the animal came right up to Joe and said,
"Hello, Joe. I've been looking for you."
"Hello, animal. I'm glad you were looking for me." And then, because he wasn't sure, he said, "Hello, big dog."
"I'm no dog."
Then Joe knew. "That's just a joke," he said. "I know. You're a very small horse."
"I am not."
"Well, if you're not a great big dog and you're not a very small horse, what are you then?"
"A dorse, of course."
"What's a dorse?"
"I just told you. I am a dorse, which, as everyone knows, is an animal that looks like a very small horse or a very big dog."
"Oh,"
said Joe.
"Well, what's your name then?"
"My name is Prido."
"Prido? I never heard that name before."
"That's because you never met me before. Look, Joe, if I were a dog, what would you call me?"
"Fido, of course."
"Right. And if I were a horse, what would you call me?"
"Prince, of course."
"Right. And since I'm like a very big dog, Fido, and at the same time a very small horse, Prince, then of course I'm a dorse and my name is Prido."
"Of course, dorse,"
said Joe.
"Look, Prido, if you're a dorse, then I can ride on your back, can't I?"
"Certainly. Hop right on. Now, how would you like to go?"
"Well, when I rode on a horse, I used to trot and canter and gallop."
"Right. And since I'm a dorse, you can saunter and tromp and galump,"
"Oh, I'd like to do all three,"
said Joe.
And with that, Prido started tromping. And then after that, Prido did some sauntering. And after that, Prido did some really wonderful galumping.
They went all around the meadow, and then Joe got off Prido's back. They were both tired, and so they lay on their backs in the sun and talked.
And after a while, they weren't tired anymore, and so they both stood up.
And Joe said,
"Prido, if you're a dorse,"
which I certainly am,
"which you certainly are, then you must not only be able to tromp and saunter and galump like a horse, but also bark and wag your tail like a dog."
"Certainly. I can bark better than any dog."
And he did.
"And I can wag my tail like anything."
And he did. "Can you live in a house with a boy?"
"Nothing I'd like better."
"Oh, look, Prido, you're coming home with me then."
"Sure. That's why I was looking for you."
They walked home.
Joe's father and mother were sitting on the front porch swinging on the swing.
"This is Prido,"
said Joe. "Hello, Prido,"
said his father. "He's a dorse,"
said Joe.
"Of course he's a dorse,"
said his mother.
"He's going to live with us and wag his tail and bark at night and tromp and saunter and galump in the daytime,"
said Joe.
And he did.
No problem, don't worry, no love will lend a hand. No problem, be happy, just do the best you can. No problem, don't worry, you know love will lend a hand. No problem, be happy, just do the best you can. No problem, don't worry, you know love will lend a hand. No problem, be happy, just do the best you can. We're all in this together, but we're playing different games. Well, underneath those skin and bones, you know everyone is the same. No problem, don't worry, you know love will lend a hand. No problem, be happy, just do the best you can. If you come to a valley, you can't get to the other side, just climb up on my shoulder and I'll take you for a little ride. No problem, don't worry, you know love will lend a hand. No problem, be happy, just do the best you can. No problem, don't worry, you know love will lend a hand. No problem, be happy, just do the best you can. Don't you know that everybody is going through it too? People everywhere are in the same movie as you. No problem, don't worry, you know love will lend a hand. No problem, be happy, just do the best you can. Sometimes the sun is shining, sometimes rain is all you get. Sometimes you're in a dry spell, sometimes you are all wet. Ooh, no problem, don't worry, you know love will lend a hand. No problem, be happy, just do the best you can. No problem, don't worry, you know love will lend a hand. No problem, be happy, just do the best you can. No problem, don't worry, no problem, be happy. No problem, don't worry, no problem, be happy. No problem, don't worry, no problem, be happy. No problem, don't worry.
Up on the mountain and rules our creation. Jah is not a man who just sits upon the mountain of Zion. Why would he do that? Jah is the ocean. Jah is the forest. Jah is everything that just a liveth and a moveth to creation.
O great Spirit, whose breath gives life to the world, and whose voice is heard in the soft breeze, make us wise, so that we may understand what you have taught us. Help us learn the lessons that you have hidden in every leaf and rock. Make us always ready to come to you with clean hands and straight eyes, so when life fades as the fading sunset, our spirits may come to you without shame.
It's a sunny day and the sky is blue. All the birds are singing. Won't you follow me down the do-re-mi with a joyful noise and a happy sound? When you sing a song, it travels all the world around. Won't you follow me down the do-re-mi? First you take a couple notes and you add a little beat. String 'em in a line, and then you got a melody. So step right up, if you please. Just let your heart go sailing on the breeze. Won't you follow me down the do-re-mi? Oh. love the way your heart raises up each time you sing me, when me and you we sing together. Start to see the harmony in everything. Oh, it's a sunny day and the sky is blue. All the birds are singing. Won't you follow me down the do-re-mi? Dooby-dooby-doop-doop, dooby-dooby-doop-doop, dooby-doo-bow-bow, bow-bow. Whoa, 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 ooh-you-you, whoa. Don't you love the way your heart raises up each time you sing me, when me and you we sing together. Start to see the harmony in everything. Oh, it's a sunny day and the sky is blue. All the birds are singing. Oh, won't you follow me down the do-re-mi? Won't you follow me down the do-re-mi? Dooby-dooby-doop-doop, dooby-dooby-doop-doop, doop-doop-be-doop, doop-doop-be-doop. Whoa, whoa, ooh-ee-oo-ee-oo, ooh-ee-oo-ee-oo. Cha-cha-cha-cha, meeny-miny-mo, meeny-miny-mo, tic-tac-toe, tic-tac-toe. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Down by the sea, my family and me, we love to jump in the waves. Down by the sea, we all agree, is the very best place in the world to be. Get to jump in the waves. Isn't it wonderful, isn't it grand, just wiggling your toes in the warm hot sand. Down by the sea, my family and me, we love to ride on the raft. Yahoo! Down by the sea, we all agree, is the very best place in the world to be. Get to jump in the waves. Ride on the raft. Yahoo! Isn't it wonderful, isn't it grand, just wiggling your toes in the warm hot sand. Down by the sea, my family and me, we love to lay in the sun. Down by the sea, we all agree, is the very best place in the world to be. Get to jump in the waves. Ride on the raft. Yahoo! Lay in the sun. Isn't it wonderful, isn't it grand, just wiggling your toes in the warm hot sand. Down by the sea, my family and me, we love to look for shells. Ooh, ah, down by the sea, we all agree, is the very best place in the world to be. You get to jump in the waves. Ride on the raft. Yahoo! Lay in the sun. Look for shells. Ooh, ah, isn't it wonderful, isn't it grand, just wiggling your toes in the warm hot sand. Down by the sea, my family and me, we love to feed the gulls. Down by the sea, we all agree, is the very best place in the world to be. Get to jump in the waves. Ride on the raft. Yahoo! Lay in the sun. Look for shells. Ooh, ah, feed the gulls. Isn't it wonderful, isn't it grand, just wiggling your toes in the warm hot sand. Down by the sea, my family and me, we love to fall into bed. Down by the sea, we all agree, is the very best place in the world to be. We get to jump in the waves. Ride on the raft. Yahoo! Lay in the sun. Hot, hot. Look for shells. Ooh, ah, feed the gulls. Fall into bed. If
If I wrote down all of my feelings for you, I'd probably fill up an ocean or two. But in the end I decided to list the ABCs of you. I think you're A1 grade, A beloved and beautiful, capable, caring, delightful, dependable, enjoyable, excellent, fascinating, fabulous, a gift, a gem, genuinely generous, honest, high grade, impressive and interesting, a jewel, a jackpot, kind-hearted and a king, laudable, likable, marvelous, magnificent, naturally nice, one of a kind, pleasing, priceless, queen-like in quality, rare in radiance, scintillating, splendid, superb, sensational, trustworthy, talented, tender, and tasteful, unique, unprecedented, very, very valuable, worthy, welcome, extraordinary, exceptional, yes, 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 you, you're one in a zillion. Okay, anybody else want to try it?
I do.
Take it away.
I think you're A1 grade, A beloved and beautiful, capable, caring, delightful, dependable, enjoyable, excellent, fascinating, fabulous, a gift, a gem, genuinely generous, honest, high grade, impressive and interesting, a jewel, a jackpot, kind-hearted and a king, laudable, likable, marvelous, magnificent, naturally nice, one of a kind, pleasing, priceless, queen-like in quality, rare in radiance, scintillating, splendid, superb, sensational, trustworthy, talented, tender, and tasteful, unique, unprecedented, very, very valuable, worthy, welcome, extraordinary, exceptional, yes, 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 you, you're one in a zillion.
That was great. How about a little faster this time? I think you're A1 grade, A beloved and beautiful,
capable, caring, delightful, dependable,
enjoyable, excellent, fascinating, fabulous,
a gift, a gem, genuinely generous,
honest, high grade, impressive and interesting,
a jewel, a jackpot, kind-hearted and a king,
laudable, likable, marvelous, magnificent, naturally nice, one of a kind,
pleasing, priceless,
queen-like in quality,
rare in radiance,
scintillating, splendid, superb, sensational,
trustworthy, talented, tender, and tasteful,
unique, unprecedented, very, very valuable, worthy, welcome, extraordinary, exceptional,
yes, 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 you, you're one in a zillion,
yes, 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 you, you're one in a zillion, ba-dum-dee-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-dum.
I have forgotten has taken him so long. Still, I cannot care, because I know that I will fly. Someday when my wings have both grown strong, your wings in the morning, flashing in the sun, letting me my morning. I do believe it can be done. Your wings in the morning, flashing in the sun, letting me my morning. I do believe it can be done. I do believe it can be There exists a fine line, oh yes, a fine line, between a man called crazy and a man called sane. And I'm walking right on down that line. The people put you down. They don't know that you're just trying to show a new dimension. And you know you'll do okay if what people do or say don't get in your way.